All Earth Council, in its infinite wisdom, has decided
The best kind of prize is a surprise.
Hey, guys, do you see the...
Felix! Well, I'm so glad to see you!
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Welcome back to the channel. This is DKOG73, and tonight I'm excited. Finally get to pull this Pandoras Box DX out of the box and mod it for you guys. You know, these units out of the box, this one's about 150 from Amazon. Comes with 3,000 games. It's the DX model. They play great. It's a great cost-effective solution to get your man cave started. You can plug it into basically any TV with an HDMI. A lot of the challenges you see on some of the Pandora's boxes are screen tearing. That's one of the issues. It's really the most common issue besides the aspect ratio. By default it's 16:9, and most all of these arcade games back in the old days, the old school, they were all 4:3 on CRTs. So this Pandory tool is going to fix the aspect ratio. And what it's going to do, it's going to fix a lot of the frame rate issues, the screen tearing issues. We're going to upgrade the sticks, the buttons. We're going to do a before and after so you can see the difference. And like I said, I'm super excited because I've been wanting to play this, but I want to wait and do this video before I actually start playing this, because when I play games, I want to play the best version that I can. And I think with this DX model, if you upgrade the buttons and the sticks and you decide to put on the Pandora's tool, it's just a much better experience. I can't wait to show you what it's going to look like. Alright, welcome back. This is the settings menu. You can find a very, very small button on the bottom side of your Pandora's box. Once you press that button, you will enter the settings menu. Here you've got your input-output test. I actually go in and I configure these so that the ABC is the top 3 and DEF is the bottom 3. That'll give you a Street Fighter config. You can go into your system config. There's a lot of cool things you can edit in here. Quality optimization and scanning line. This actually refers to scan lines. I turn both of these off. However, when I upgrade to Pandory, it's going to look much better. Here you have game settings. You can modify how difficult the game is, how many lives you have. You can also edit your games list. There's 3,000 games on here, and maybe you like 100 of them. You can actually go in and just edit the list to show those 100 that you like. I love the idea that Pandora's Box DX is not really that heavy. It's a fairly good sized unit, gives you a lot of elbow room to play 2-player, but at the same time it's pretty mobile. You can pretty much take it anywhere you go. Click Save Settings, and it's going to go ahead and reboot for us.
Well, here we go. Up and out.
What do you really mean?
Yeah, I do.
What I'm going to do is show you an example of some screen tearing that you might come across if you played this out of the box. So we're going to play Shinobi. Yeah, Shinobi's a great game. I've always been a fan of Sega. And
Young Bobby Engels has a problem. He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets Sega Genesis, the ultimate action system. And then he buys Mortal Kombat, the arcade edition, and the all-new Shinobi 3, and Marvel's X-Men. Now, things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
love Shinobi. The first thing you're going to notice here is that Shinobi in 16:9, which it's really a 4:3 game. So that's one of the things Pandory is going to fix. The other thing you'll notice is some screen tearing and a little bit of blurriness. And again, we're going to fix all that. This is a native 720p. We're upscaling it right now on this 4K TV, but let's go ahead and play a little Shinobi just to give you an idea of what some of the screen tearing looks like. And you can see the screen tearing occurring. It's pretty much all going to be gone with the Pandory upgrade. But you know the one thing that I love about Pandora's Box is even with these kind of Sanwa clones, there's just no lag. And again, I've said it before, and you'll hear me say it again. If you're playing arcade games, you don't want lag. That was the beautiful thing about CRTs, I mean, just the refresh rate is amazing. And let's go ahead and hit the search. And let's search for Metal Slug, one of my favorite running guns. I'll show you a little bit of Metal Slug here real quick. And so you can see what it looks like on a stock Pandoras Box DX.
Mission 1, start.
And you can probably notice the screen clearing, a little bit of a slowdown.
Heavy machine gun.
And you'll see all this get fixed later on in the video. Once we put the Pandory on, you're going to notice a big difference in the speed of the game, as well as the look and feel of the game. You'll notice it right away. Let's see if I can get this with a handgun here without dying. Oh my gosh! Alright, hold on. Oh, I almost died right there. Alright, here we go. I think I got this. There we go. Alright, so again, out of the box for the man cave, it's gonna play great. If you're a little bit more of a serious gamer and you want a much more authentic look and feel, the Pandory upgrade's amazing. So I'm excited to share that with you guys.
Please, Felix, fix it. And I promise I will never try to be good again.
Alright, welcome back. So let's start doing this upgrade. You'll notice I have 3 of these little screws here. You're actually going to need to unscrew them right there. So there's 3 of them. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Once you unscrew those 3 guys, you can actually open the lid up. And so what I like to do is take a screwdriver like this, and you can actually set it right there and keep the lid from coming down. So let's start with a button and a joystick. The first thing I'm going to do actually is show you how to put on what's called an octagonal gate right here. So if you'll notice on the bottom side of the Pandoras, they have a gate system that allows you to do 8 and 4-way. Now there's so many games that are 8-way and so many that are 4-way, so I think that the best solution is what's called an octagonal gate. So these are a little tricky to get off. What I typically do is use both thumbs like this, kind of push in a little bit, and you just have to keep working it. It's actually it takes a little longer than you think. I think that's almost all of them. All right, there we go. So the gate's off. I just like to put a nice Sanwa octagonal gate right there. It's going to make the gameplay so much better. And it just snaps on, just like that. And now it'll actually lock in all 8 places. If I use a bowl, I never have any issues. So I love having a little bowl for nuts and bolts. So again, pull this guy out. It's really easy, just like that. They just come right off. I'll actually do this one too while I'm here. And again, when you're removing these, you want to be really careful not to pull any of these wires out of the connector. That's a real bummer. If you do that, it could be a rough day for you, so be careful. Let's continue. Let's remove this joystick here. On the back side, you're going to want to remove this ball top, and sometimes they have them on there fairly strong. So in this case, what I'm going to do is a little place right there you can see, and then now I can unscrew. And yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that by hand. I think they glued these on in the factory in China. Yeah. Now I can do it using my fingers. So let's just kind of use that and just all right. And so there you go. That right there is a Sanwa clone. This guy right here. That's the way you want to play, especially if you want to play Street Fighter. And again, they're not that expensive. They're like 25 bucks, so it's a great deal. Let's go ahead and put this guy in, just like this. Just like that. We're going to take this guy, connect it back up. This part's easy. The harder part is removing all of these buttons, these little cables right here. Believe it or not, it's not easy. You'd think it would be easy, but it's not. And I'll show you a couple of them. But again, once you're all done, you're done, which is great. Once I put all 4 on, make sure the joystick is centered on the unit, and I'll show you that in just a second here. I'll tighten it up a little bit, enough to where I can kind of wiggle it, and then I'll actually tighten it up for real. Get this nice and straight. And that looks pretty good. That looks pretty even right there. Finger tighten them a little bit more. So let's take a look now, make sure we're still good, and we are. Fantastic. So that joystick's been upgraded. Don't want to break those screws because they're bolted on the inside. If you do, your top of your control panel case is going to be toast. Let's go ahead and put this guy on right here, just like that. Let's get one of these cool green ball tops. I always thought fluorescent green was cool. It's really going to pop with this blue on the top here. So that right there, you can probably hear the difference. This is a little more mushy. This is right on point. All right, so we did the first joystick, which is cool. It was pretty easy. I actually think it's probably one of the easier parts of the mod. Pulling out these buttons, that's a different story. So what I'm going to do is do one for you real quick, just so you can see. We'll start with this guy. So there's one, and there's two. That's pretty easy, right? The best part about this is actually taking these buttons and removing them, and you can see on each side there's basically something that you push in, right? So I'm going to push this guy in there like that. Like I said, trust me when I tell you that this takes a while. There we go. So there's one. That's one button gone. Go ahead and put a gray one in. That's going to be a gray. So here's your Sanwa button right there. And we're going to snap this guy in real nice. And again, I just do these one at a time to be very, very careful that I don't mix up the cables. So this guy's in, so you can see right there the difference. See how mushy that is? Super clean. So there's one button. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the buttons and sticks, and we'll be back in just a minute. So you can see I've upgraded the joysticks and the buttons. The unit looks great. It plays great. I'm going to show you real quickly how accurate an 8-way octagonal gate is. So I'll show you that coming up right now. All right, so I've upgraded the sticks and buttons. Let's play some Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. So let's give this a shot and see what happens. Again, I haven't upgraded to Pandora's Box yet, but again, I just wanted to show you the difference in the sticks and buttons. So I'm going to just try it. There's 1, 2, try again here. 3, 4, 5. So now I'm going to do Hadoukens. Here we go. 1. And I'll put it all together now and go for the win. That definitely plays great. Love Street Fighter 3. Love it when it plays this well. And you'll notice frame skips on right now. That'll change with Pandory. There we go. So Street Fighter 3, again, the buttons, the sticks, they're working great. Welcome back. Super excited. We upgraded the sticks and the buttons. I think it looks awesome. And I actually just upgraded the OS to Pandory. So what we're going to do now is play some Metal Slug 2 and some Shinobi and some Street Fighter 3. So I can actually show you what the Pandora's Box DX looks like now running Pandory. It's amazing. I can't wait for you to see it.
It's heavy! I found the way to the gold.
Pitfall by Activision. Quick to the Atari video computer system. Here, show us.
First, climb down the underground passage. Leap over scorpions. Set. Now, swing over the swamp crocodile. There. The gold. Did I mention the tar pits?
Pitfall, a jungle adventure game designed by David Crane from Activision.
All right, welcome back. Check out that Pandory DX dashboard. It's super cool. Let's check out some Street Fighter 3. All right, here we go. As you can see, the aspect ratio is exactly how it should be, 4:3. Alright, let's go Dudley. Yeah, the gameplay's great. There's no frame skip. The colors are super vibrant. The pixels are really crisp. Alright. There we go. So far, so good. The Sanwa sticks are doing great. Oh, I got lucky on that one. All right. I don't even think that was perfect, though. Yeah, he hit me with one of his roses. And as you can see, the game displays great. All right, let's get the victory here and move on to Shinobi. You know, the other thing that I didn't mention is, you know, there's a lot of people who don't want to play around with Raspberry Pis or try to figure out MAME on a PC. And to be able to have, you know, just a real plug-and-play solution is, it's awesome. All right, there we go. So let's check out some Shinobi. All right, so one of the cool things you can do is if you hit the one-player start button, you can go to recent. You can do search. So it's really cool if you want to search out games that, you know, for example, let's do a search here, and we'll search for Shinobi. There it is. You hit OK. Come over here, and we're playing. All right, look at that aspect ratio, 4:3.
Mission 1.
You know, it doesn't seem like such a big deal, but really, like, the game was not meant to be stretched that much. So now the game actually looks exactly the way it did in the arcade. I'll do it again for you. I'll jump up, here we go, and just right there, that railing. I'm obviously not trying to beat the game here, so I just want to show you that the screen just looks amazing. The pixels are sharp. There's no more screen tearing. Again, the Sanwa sticks and buttons are awesome. Here, let's do a special here for everybody. Love that. It's awesome. Alright. We'll pass the first level. You know, the Sanwa buttons, they are super sensitive. Every once in a while, you see right there, I'll act. Oh, I did not pass the first level. All right, let's play some Metal Slug. Here we go. Huge fan of Metal Slug. Love Neo Geo games. Let's go to recent, and let's go Metal Slug 2. Here we go. You'll notice when it hits 66% is when the screen goes to 4:3 right there. Earlier on, you'll notice that the game is heavy slowdown as well as screen tearing. It's real blurry. Now everything looks super sharp, super crisp.
Okay. Mission 1. Start.
And you'll notice they put the blood in, which is kind of cool. All right. Kind of cool if I could do this all in one guy. Alright. Notice there's no slowdown whatsoever. There we go, let's grenade that guy. Alright, so far so good. Let's see if we can do it here. This is the big test right here. I'm playing a little safe. Last time I tried this, I was not able to do it. So let's see if we can do it now. Alright, there's one. There's two. Oh, I was down to a handgun before too. It's a little harder with the handgun. Oh my gosh! You get to the handgun and your toes. It's so hard. Alright. Should have just went up there and just went for it. Anyway, as you can see, the games are playing great. I'm actually going to show you one more game. It's kind of cool. So let's do that now. Oh, look. Fix the aspect ratio. Oh, it's perfect. So, this is huge. Donkey Kong, not only is the aspect ratio correct, but it's actual vertical, which is what it's supposed to be. The other thing you'll notice is the sound samples are now finally correct on Pandora's Box. It's great. You'll also be able to hear Mario run. You can see that I even changed it by default. I think you get like 4 guys. And it plays great. Look at that. Here, let's see if we can... Alright. I'll know because I'll get at least 7,500 if we're having a solid. There we go. I love that the sound is perfect. When you hear the barrels get smashed. Oh, that's a lot right here. Here we go. This could be big points. Let's see if I can get one more. Oh, look at that. 3,800, that's a great first half of the board. There we go, we're going to double this up. Look at that, 5,100, solid. Yeah, I mean, if the game wasn't playing well, here we go. Yeah, I couldn't have this score and play that well if there was issues. If there was frame skip, it would be too much. So far, so good. Look at that. I had an 800 earlier too, so that definitely helped. $8,700. That's solid. 8,700 points on the first board. That's great. Anyway, super stoked about how well this Pandora's Box is playing. It's in person. It's amazing. Hopefully, you get a chance to see how great it looks on video. So, with that, that's a wrap. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Well, I'm super stoked. That mod went amazing. Gosh, Pandora's Box DX 3000, stock Amazon eBay, 150 bucks. I put some brand new Sanwa buttons and sticks in along with the octagonal gate, but most importantly, we put Pandory on here. And I will tell you, I've done a ton of emulation. I mean, I've done everything from NVIDIA Shields to Raspberry Pis to PCs. And my outdoor cost on this, 250 bucks, 150 bucks for the unit, $80 for the sticks and buttons upgrades, and I think I donated $8 to the Pandory team so they can get some coffee. By the way, shout out to the Pandory team. You guys rock. You guys killed it on this. The gameplay is amazing. I think you saw that with Shinobi, with Street Fighter 3. with Metal Slug 2, I mean, the frame rate's just liquid. The screen tearing is pretty much non-existent. The pixels are sharp. The colors are vibrant. The gameplay is just awesome. So, super stoked with this upgrade. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I'm a brand new YouTuber, and you know, if you enjoyed the content, a like and subscribe would be awesome. Next week, we're going to be doing Cyberball. The week after that, we're going to be doing a DIY Ultimate Arcade build. So a lot of cool stuff coming. And again, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. And with that, remember, the game, it's never over. It's just beginning. And I will see you next time.